Hello, good day, SA. I'm Karina Briscoe and pleased to share with you this episode of Good Day, SA. This episode announces the official launch of psychological first aid available at Service Alternatives. In this first segment, you'll be introduced to a new support being offered to our employees. In researching best practices for responding to critical events, Elena Yanchenko identified psychological first aid. This is also known as PFA, which is one variation of a supportive intervention from a trained and caring responder when experiencing stress or crisis. The aim is to help you reduce stress reactions you may experience as a result of an ongoing challenge or a powerful event. The goal is to provide and increase effective coping skills that can build resilience. I believe we could all benefit from building a little more resilience given the challenges we've faced over the last 2 years as a result of the pandemic. Next, for our Heart of the Moment, you'll hear from Heather Hansen, who shares the experience she has had connecting with and supporting staff by using PFA. We have been working over the last 2 years to train peer responders and identify an effective way to provide PFA. We're excited to be launching access to the support through ADP. Through the link on ADP, you'll learn more about PFA and how to sign up for this support. We hope that you take the time to learn more and take advantage of this opportunity if you are feeling stressed or suffering from an impactful event. Thank you for watching. Be well and stay healthy. Have a good day, SA.
Have you recently experienced a distressing, powerful event, something that pushed you beyond your usual coping abilities? Has something happened at work or in your personal life that is making it difficult for you to continue to be your usual self and function? If left unprocessed, powerful events can have long-lasting impact. Powerful events are usually associated with some type of a loss, physical or emotional. You may have lost a trusted friend when a coworker quit their job. You may have lost your sense of well-being, or you may have lost hope. To help, Service Alternatives is offering all employees access to psychological first aid, a new support service provided to SA team members by a group of trained peers.
And I am one of the multiple people here at Service Alternatives, trained to basically listen when there is something that is stressing out one of our team members.
But now I'm also taking on these additional shifts for all of these other employees. And so I just feel tired all the time. I don't feel like I'm even really doing a good job.
Psychological first aid can help you reduce the impact of stress and build the strength and resilience you need to carry on.
You're stressed out at work, you're more stressed out at home, and you've forgotten why you even got into this work.
By engaging in a confidential conversation with a compassionate, supportive peer, you will likely feel less distressed, will regain power and control over the situation, and be more resilient moving forward. If you think you could benefit from psychological first aid, access this service by logging into your ADP homepage. Find Psychological First Aid and click on the scheduling link. Select the date and time that will work best and include your name, email address, and any other information you think might be helpful. Finally, click the book button to schedule your session.
So I had an opportunity to walk into a situation in which I had staff that had gone through an impactful event, and I had gone through PFA training, and it was just more of a natural way for me to support them in that moment, right? Not that they reached out, but that I was actually there and had an opportunity to say, hey, I've been trained in this and I think this would be this opportunity that I could use this. And so I did. And I just started with the conversation like, hey, I understand you went through an impactful event recently in your program, and, how are you doing? And from there, it was really just a natural progression into them talking through it and me supporting them and them feeling supported and getting an opportunity to, move through that in the way that was successful for them. So for me, I think it's an opportunity to point out how it is that for those of us that have been trained to sometimes recognize that we are all going through those impactful things as we're coming across people. And there may be times that's important for us to really be able to engage in that manner and support people in that manner.
So in that instance, you had the ability to initiate providing the psychological first aid at the impactful event. With this launch, individuals have the opportunity to hop on and sign up to talk to someone. What would you say to them, or is there as to how that might be beneficial, or even when they should do it?
First and foremost, I think they have a choice, and they have now a platform to be supported in doing that. And so just understanding that there are people that are willing to support you through those impactful events. And an impactful event is one that you felt was impactful to you. So I encourage us who have been trained to recognize that, but I also encourage staff to reach out and really take the opportunity to allow someone to actually support you through something that you felt was impactful. Some of us are really good at going through the motions, even though we don't recognize it at the time. And then when we start realizing that those things are impactful, what have we done to re-engage ourselves in a healthy manner, right? Yeah, I think it's really hard to say, oh, this is impacting me. Or this is how this has impacted me, right? But we have our workforce who's still continuing to show up. And then we have people who've lost people they've worked with, right? Those are impactful things that our workforce is going through. And they're going to work day in and day out, right? They're just continuing, and they're continuing to try to support each other. And I just think there's another layer available. There's more that we can do to support them.
Thank you for joining us for this episode of Good Day SA. I hope that each of you considers taking advantage of the psychological first aid service that we're offering to all SA employees. The idea of an impactful event is that each situation impacts all of us differently. For one of you, as the examples were shared earlier, it might be the fact that you lost a trusted coworker. For others of you, it might be the fact that you just had a grandparent get diagnosed with COVID and it's creating undue stress on you. For others of you, it might be the fact that you've watched clients continue to struggle with not being able to get out in the community as they're used to. For others of you, the impactful event might have nothing to do with COVID. The idea is that there's a situation that you're experiencing that's causing a level of stress that's beyond what's easy for you to manage, and you might just need some extra support. I hope each of you really takes into consideration this as an offering. It's something really to consider as we're moving out of COVID and out of this really difficult state of emergency that we've been living and working in. Thanks to everything that each of you is doing to carry out the mission of SA, to live out our values every single day. Have a good day, SA. Bye-bye.